So welcome back to the channel and welcome to the north of Italy. We have left Tuscany a couple of days ago and we drove up north to the biggest lake in Italy. This is Lago di Garda, or in English Lake Garda. Very popular holiday location for people in the Netherlands. Lots of mosquitoes here, but we are having some terrible weather here today. So, in the past couple of days, it's been almost non-stop rain since we've arrived here, and in the afternoon at about 4 it stopped raining, but as you can see it's still a massive overcast sky here. But there are a couple of brighter spots in the sky at the moment, and yeah, just in case something would happen, I decided to go out here and see if I could find something. And the problem with this lake actually is that it's far too big, you know, it's far too big. The opposite side is so far away that you can't see any detail in it, even with a 150 to 400 with a teleconverter. You know, you lose everything, you get all these blue shapes. Yeah, what happened is that I was just driving around here for the past couple of days with my family, trying to find something to do here with the children on a rainy day, which actually was quite difficult. But yeah, I think when I was driving around I did take a couple of images, so let me talk you through those images. I don't know if they worked, but at least I want to have something to show from this location, and yeah, hopefully I can pull a lesson from it myself, and also a lesson for you watching this video. So yeah, let's talk about that first image. So first let's talk about a shot that I just took, and the biggest problem with this lake is that, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, you know. You have these this left side here, the south side, it's pretty flat, you know, and it's very touristic, so there's restaurants and yeah, bars and amusement parks and harbors and I don't know, water sports activities. Everything is on this south side here. And on the north side here there are big mountains. It's the start of the Alps, or the Dolomites. I don't know what area this is called, but it's really getting to start here with all those epic mountains. And I talked to a lot of people that go on holiday here, and everyone said, this is beautiful, you have to go to Lago di Garda. But this is an example location of a place that looks very nice for everyone else, but not from a photographic point of view. You know, and I might be nagging here, maybe, I have no idea, but it's just very, very difficult to photograph. First of all, due to all the people, you know, I should have one of those shirts, I hate people, on it, something like that. I don't hate people, but I hate making a video when there are people around. People are always watching you and always coming to you, what are you doing? And it's really frustrated. And once people notice me, I just can't get a word out of my mouth. You know, I know there are other YouTubers that are very good in even involving the public in their videos, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You know, I'm getting a little bit better on it, but I'm a little bit like Thomas Heaton, you know. I know that he always chokes up when other people are around, so I'm a little bit like him, I guess. But yeah, it's just not my thing. But the first shot, and I actually just took it here down the road, where a lot of people are walking now, enjoying the sunset, but you can see there's actually not much to enjoy. But there are a couple of boats here in the water. Let me show you. Right over here in this section are a couple of boats, and most of them are covered up with a sail, but there's one in the middle right there that's open, and that has its yeah, the pole for the sail running up in the sky. So what you can see behind me here is that there is some light in the clouds, and it creates a sort of a lane in this water that's lit up, a bit of a lighter golden color on it. So what I did when I walked around there, I tried to isolate that one boat exactly in that lit up golden light water frame. You know, there's no golden light, but at least the reflection looks like it. And that's what I tried to do with this first shot here that I just took here right next to the road. So and then let's go back to this afternoon, because or this afternoon, not this afternoon, but about 2 days ago, I went for a drive with my family all the way up north to Lake Garda. And although the area is beautiful, there is not much places to stop that are interesting somehow. Not many nice natural looking locations. And it's actually been quite difficult. In the north there was a bit of an island that pulled my attention, but it's all blue, hazy, foggy. I have no idea. I have to do a lot of de-hazing on that shot to make it work maybe, but I don't even know if it's going to work. But while I was sitting there, also a couple of ducks were swimming by. I can just see the fish swimming down here. Amazing. I don't know if you can see it. Just really large fish are swimming by here. So that's probably why people love this area. The water is really, really clear. And yeah, the views away, and I can imagine if you have a sunset here, it is amazing. Imagine a bit of light behind a boat like that. Yeah, that could deliver quite of a cracker shot actually. But what I was telling, I was just sitting next to the water there, shooting that island, and a couple of ducks swam by, and I don't know, this one isn't called a duck because it eats fish, and it ducks on the water. I have no idea what it's called in English. I'll look it up and put it down here. But yeah, they just looked really nice. So I just figured I should shoot some of those birds while I was sitting there. But it all was nothing spectacular, if you ask me. So let me show you those shots, the island and the ducks, which were pretty okay. So this afternoon I also took a couple of shots right here next to this road. My kids were playing in the playground there, and there were some storm clouds developing on the horizon, which were lit up with a little bit of light, but it created that nice atmosphere, and especially with the big lens on and those mountains in the back. I just tried to make a little bit of a composition there, but it was just not much, you know, definitely not much. So I don't know if these were, if this clip is gonna make it to the video. I have to see those images at home. But I just tried to use boats as compositional tools, you know, to make a bit of a interest in the foreground instead of only water. But it was just really difficult. And right now I was actually thinking about doing some long exposures, but it's just almost impossible, you know, those boats constantly moving, there's buoys, those pylons that are in the water, everything is constantly moving, so quite difficult to make a long exposure of that. But yeah, let's look at those images from this afternoon. These are it. And if the struggle in this location wasn't big enough, my microphone also stopped working. So a little voiceover here. I was just explaining that I was using these rocks here as a leading line towards this tree. And there was a person standing on that pier that you can see just next to the tree there. And it looked like a pretty okay shot. So you will see it after this clip. And this is also going to be the last image from my trip to Italy. After this, we were done with the bad weather and we drove straight back home to the Netherlands. So this is the end of that road trip through Italy and Switzerland. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please push the thumbs up button if you did and leave a comment. And also there's a subscribe button underneath the video. And I hope to see you back in the Netherlands. And I can already tell you the first video has some epic conditions back home here in the Netherlands. Bye bye.